Okay, hello, welcome to this Hurricane Zeta update, and it has strengthened. Sure enough, looks like the Euro is right, or was it the GFS? I think it might have been the GFS. 100 mile an hour is the maximum sustained winds now of Hurricane Zeta. That's right, maximum sustained winds have increased to 100 miles an hour. So Zeta strengthens some more. Expected to bring hurricane conditions to a portion of the northern Gulf Coast later this afternoon. So as of 1 p.m., its location is 27.9 north, 91.1 west, about 145 miles southwest of the mouth of the Mississippi River, and about 155 miles south-southwest of New Orleans, Louisiana. Maximum sustained winds are 100 miles an hour, and it's moving north-northeast at 20 miles an hour. So the good news is at least the storm is moving quickly. Minimum central pressure 975 millibars to 8.79 inches. And as of 1 p.m., this forecast tropical center of Zeta will make landfall in southeastern Louisiana this afternoon. So it's moving a little faster than we thought. Zeta will then move close to the Mississippi coast this evening and then move across the southeastern and eastern United States on Thursday. All right, so that's the remnants of it. So maximum sustained winds have increased to near 100 miles an hour with some additional strengthening possible, believe it or not. So hurricane force winds extend outward up to 35 miles from the center, and tropical storm force winds extend outward up to 150 miles from the center. The minimum central pressure reported by an Air Force hurricane aircraft is 975 millibars, once again, 28.79 inches. And we're going to go looking at the map now. Actually, before I even look at the map, we want to look at the satellite because it's really impressive. So, why is this not going? Alright, so here is the satellite, and you can clearly see this is Hurricane Zeta, and you can see a really good, intense core, and this thing is racing toward the north-northeast now, so it's going to be in New Orleans probably even before sunset. So it's going to be here, and this is New Orleans right here. So really concerned about it. Obviously, it is moving fast, so that's somewhat good news. But it's still got a pretty bad storm surge with it, and you can see this is the core of it right here. A really very strong hurricane indeed, very strong. And let's go change the satellite here, so we get a different level. Let's do the visible high resolution here, so you get to see the visible. You get to see the convection there. Look at that. Look at that convection. So really, and you can see it's got a pretty well-defined eye to it as well. So yep, it has strengthened just as the GFS actually, because it was the Euro and then the GFS picked onto this thing strengthening some more, and it could wind up strengthening even more before it makes landfall later. So I have to keep a watch to see if this thing gets even any stronger. This is the visible / shortwave IR. So this is the combination here. We'll look at this one too. So look at that. So I like the other kind better because it really shows the. There's also true color zoomed out. Look at this one too as well. There you go. It's got that classic hurricane look, and it's taking a direct aim at New Orleans, literally right in its path, right there. So quite a storm indeed. We're just going to be updating you on the current conditions. We're not going to be looking at any of the models. This is the radar. At this point, there's no real point in looking at the models. And we're going to look at the current conditions across the area and see what the reports for the wind are. See what kind of wind gust reports we have out there. We have a 61 mile an hour wind gust at this oil platform. Now, so far in New Orleans, nothing really too major going on. We just have the winds gusting up to 20 to 30 miles an hour. And again, I'm really concerned about the flooding, obviously. 56 mile an hour wind gust there at that oil platform, but most of the most impressive winds are offshore. What I would like to see though are the waves. They don't report the waves though at the oil platforms. Let's see, maybe this buoy 3.3 feet. That's it. If that one's even working right. These are all oil platforms. They don't really report the waves, unfortunately, which is what we really want to know. Um, this one's probably going to be another oil platform, yeah. So we're not really getting any information on the waves here, as far as the buoys go, because there doesn't seem to be. Well, wait a minute, this might be. Nope, that's another oil platform. So. Anyway, I guess that's going to wrap up this update on Hurricane Zeta. Again, looking at it one more time on here, you can clearly see, look at that. Really impressive convection there. Very impressive convection, and it's racing toward New Orleans right now. And this is the radar. It's the only radar I have available. You really can't see too much. And again, we'll look at the warning cone. So you can see hurricane warnings in effect for much of Louisiana, including New Orleans and the Mississippi coast, and tropical storm warnings in effect for the Alabama coast and part of the Florida Panhandle. And then you see the remnants as they race northeastward. Once again, maximum sustained winds for Hurricane Zeta, 100 miles an hour, could strengthen even some more upon landfall, and it's going to be a really rough afternoon in New Orleans. I would expect that most people are going to lose power with winds like this. So that's going to be it for this update on Hurricane Zeta. Take care and thank you for watching.